But getting back to this game that I never left.
It's not about Sinful to Pete. It's about the game. And each and every day, did you get some game? Ask your woman, did you get some game today? Woman, ask your man, did you get some game today? What's game? Uncommon information, meaning something that I didn't know yesterday that I know today. You need new revelations every day. Why? Because the same way that a bodybuilder builds their body, you need to be building your mind. And if you equip your mind with the information, when you go through certain situations, certain Euroclydons and storms and Nabis clouds in your life, you'll be able to endure simply because you're equipped with the information. You won't need a population to give you inspiration. Why? Because you got an innumerable amount of information to give yourself inspiration, and you can inspire yourself. So, did you get some game today? Did you read today? Did you think today? The things that you desire to do in life, did you take out the time to gain more knowledge and wisdom on how to do that? Have you thought about your people today? Do you want to bring improvement? Do you want to bring encouragement? Do you want to bring enlightenment? Do you want to bring empowerment? Do you want to bring development to your people, to keep your people out of confinement? Are you endeavoring to put knowledge and wisdom in the minds of your friends, as you say, or are you just comfortable putting money on the books of your? Because if you equip everybody around you and empower the individuals around you, then that means that you is a blessing to them mentally and not financially once they went into a correctional facility because they wasn't equipped mentally. Did you get some game today? Have you been blessed with some game today? Did you meditate today? I know that you went to the Shade Room. I know you went to Baller Alert. I know you went to DJ Academics and you saw all the gossip and things that was going on. I know you went to them other guys that profess to be pimps and they might have slandered me or slandered whoever. But did you get some game today? You can tell me about Cardi B and Offset, breaking up. But can you tell me about you sitting over there being on set with the game so you can come up? Did you get some game today? Okay? Did you bless yourself today? Or did you spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour listening and watching foolishness? Did you take 20 and 30 minutes or an hour watching somebody just shake their booty? And that's cool, temporarily. You know what I mean? If that's what But after you do all of that, can you at least take, at least, brother, can you at least take a half an hour out your day to get you some game? Can you get you some game today? I told all of you, all of my followers, some of y'all just watchers, but my followers, my true followers that study the things that I teach you, did you go get the biography of Malcolm X? Did you take a percentage of your money and get on Amazon.com? Did you get on Google? And did you sit up there and order the biography of Malcolm X? I want all of my followers to get the biography of Malcolm X so we can talk about some real game. Yeah, I talk about the lifestyle of pimping and horn, but there's so much that I want to talk about. I want to talk about, Malcolm X. I want to talk about, Marcus Garvey. I want you to have some real knowledge so you'll know what a real black man is. So no matter what lifestyle you in, you still representing that man because you got a point of reference. You know what Malcolm X would have did in that situation. You know what Marcus Garvey would have did in that situation. You know what Frederick Douglass would have did in that situation. You know what Paul Martin Lawrence Dunbar would have did. I said Martin, but Paul Lawrence Dunbar did in that situation. Why? Because you studied them. You studied these individuals, Langston Hughes. You know the minds of these individuals. Why? Because you studied these people. That's why. Do you know anything about the Panther Party? Have you studied? One brother, he tried to instruct me, and that's when he went wrong, because there's nothing wrong with making a suggestion to Sinful to Pete. But brother, I'm inspired by the game. I'm not governed by no man. You know what I mean? So ask me or suggest something to me, but don't sit up there and give me instructions, brother, because I'm an instructor. And not only that, you're coming wrong. Everything got to be presentable in order for it to be acceptable when you're talking to a man. But we need to talk about the Black Panther Party. We do. Okay? We need to talk about that. We need to talk about how the government stood up there and they knew that this movement had the potential to empower our people in such a way that they was going to sit up there and we was going to have our own government. They was scared. They was afraid of beautiful, young, infinite black minds growing up and inspiring and influencing other black minds and us leaving the mentality of a hoe. Because that's what it is. Everything in life got something to do with pimping and hoeing, whether you see it or not. But, you know what I mean? And leave the mentality of a hoe and stop allowing the oppressor to basically pimp on us. And that's what they was afraid of. We was like, man, we got to kill the Black Panther Party, man. Why? Because if we allow them to keep going, it's going to create another movement and another movement and another movement that's going to lead to the development of their people, and we going to lose our bottom bitch. Who is our bottom? Black people. We got to keep supporting them in their ignorance. Because as long as black people keep laughing and being entertained, then they won't obtain the real game and really gain what they supposed to gain in life. But if we can keep supporting them being a goddamn fool through their music and their culture, they're gonna keep being our bottom. Black people gonna stay our bottom. You know what I mean? But now if we keep, once intelligence and wisdom becomes popular to black people, in other words, once the game becomes popular to black people, we gonna lose our. And that been taking care of us for a minute. That we done anything and everything to that. And I done beat that for hundreds of years. And that forgives me. That in Sunday school right now, praying to a white Jesus. Some old skinny white motherfucker that sat up there and hung on the cross that looked like he done went 100 days of fasting and shit. You know what I mean? I got them crying and speaking in the motherfucking tongue as Casper the Friendly Ghost right now and give them. You know what I mean? I done pimped on their motherfucking mind so cold. They don't know their culture. They don't know their God. They don't know shit. And I want to keep it that way. So anybody that got that, power of influence, I need to kill his motherfucking ass because he got the pimping in him. He think like me. He talk like me. Kill that motherfucker. Because that motherfucker gonna end up sitting over there influencing all the rest of my black hoes, and you gonna knock my black bitch. And I can't lose my black bitch. Because it's because of my black bitch that my white kids are taken care of. And I'm able to be a father to my white children simply because of my black bitch. So I can't lose her. I gotta keep her gang banging, man. I gotta keep my black bitch in religion, man. I gotta keep my black, making rap songs and, songs that basically slander and minimize the black woman, which is their first teacher. And as long as we can basically support foolishness among them, she gonna keep being my black bottom. I don't want to lose that because I like my Asian bitch. I like my, Japanese bitch. I like my Russian bitch. I like all my little. But that black man, she's something else. You know what I mean? I beat the fuck out that bitch for years. I beat that bitch in front of her mama. I beat that bitch in front of her father. I raped her in front of her husband. Sometimes I used to rape the husband. You know what I mean? I raped her children. And that black bitch kept fucking with me, man. You know what I mean? I can't lose my black bitch, man. No. So all of them little movements and shit trying to influence black people to do better and, you start reading and tapping into your greatness and all of that. Man, all of that. It's about money over everything, right? Yeah, so go on out there and do what you're supposed to do. That's their mentality towards us. So, of course, they don't want you to read. Of course, they don't want you to find out, you know what I mean, where you come from. Because if you find out where you come from, if you find out the value of yourself, if you find out your true identity, your individuality, then once you find out the value of self, you don't allow an enemy, you don't allow anybody to devalue yourself. And when you truly love yourself, then that means that you love the reflection of yourself. Who? The black man. Who? The black woman. Who? The black children. Why? Because to love the black man and to love the black woman and to love the black children is to love myself. It's to love me. You know what I mean? If I hate who basically of my reflection, then I hate myself. Then I hate others. You know what I mean? So all of the gang banging and all of that other shit, that's some good pimping that the enemy, the oppressor, put on our minds to make that shit look like that's what it is. Look at what I'm a street nigga, I'm a real, as if that's the thing to be. You got so many saying that, but how many have you ever saying, you know, I'm a man, or a principal, or my ethics? You know, you don't really hear that. And they don't want you. So that's why they have to keep allowing BET and MTV and VH1 and motherfuckers, you know what I mean, just on social media, period, to raise the children, because the people without a vision perish. So anybody among us that rise among us who have a vision, they have to basically destroy the brother that has the vision. Why? Because if you destroy a messenger, then we can destroy the masses. So we have to kill all the messengers. All throughout spirituality, from the old covenant to the new covenant, if you believe in that. If you don't believe in that, I can go and show you, you know what I mean, outside of that. Just put the Bible down. Historically, that's why all of the messengers was damn near assassinated. Why? Because they wanted to assassinate us. How could they hear without a preacher, as the scripture has said? So, you know, if you don't got a preacher or teacher, the students, they just get into a continuity of participating in foolishness. You know what I mean? So we got to definitely do better.
I hope you guys live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. Y'all be blessed now.